The Ashraf residents right now are up against a Maliki government that is Iranian-controlled, and we want to make sure that he does the right thing. The UN agreement that Ashraf residents agreed to must be enforced to the letter of the law. The commitment that we made to the MEK to play an active role in insisting that Ambassador Kobler enforce the agreement, both to the letter of the agreement as well as in spirit, is key in this issue. It will take the United States pushing and shoving and fighting for what's right and making sure that Ambassador Kobler understands that we will not be a party to a watered-down agreement. We won the battle to extend the deadline at Camp Ashraf because we had a combined campaign between the United States and our European partners and allies, and also because of the great leadership of President-elect Rajavi, who crafted this agreement in such a manner that it could be carried out by the Ashraf residents and simultaneously bring a peaceful resolution to the issue that was on the table. But today I think we've still got to continue to deal with some of those same issues with the Iranians, with the Iraqis, and with, of course, the status of Camp Ashraf. And winning the war starts with acknowledging who your enemy is right up front. And I think all of us in this room know who it is and who should be number one on the Obama administration's list of enemies or terrorist states, and that is Iran and the mullahs of that regime. It is time for this administration to openly and publicly acknowledge that Iran is an enemy of the United States and that will be treated accordingly. And we must, of course, ensure that Maliki honors the MOU and allows the MOU, the United Nations, to quickly and efficiently process the residents of Ashraf for resettlement, and only moving them to liberty as a very temporary condition, and also only when the conditions of the MOU have been carried out. Ambassador Kobler and the United Nations have the overall responsibility for making sure that that happens. But I would say that the United States must play a very strong leadership role in this regard in making sure that the standards specified in that MOU are met.
It's a humanitarian issue to prevent another genocide, a third genocide, against the residents of Camp Ashraf, to support liberty and to support Iranian freedom, and to make sure that the U.S. guarantee which you've heard about, which is a promise to protect. Okay, this wasn't casual. This wasn't done by some master sergeant because he felt sorry for the residents in Camp Ashraf while he was there. This was a written promise by the United States of America to protect the lives of these men and women if they fulfilled their conditions, which they did. Now, we are going to be very tough as witnesses to ensure that the United States does not try to outsource this responsibility to the United Nations. We're not going to let that happen. As you heard, we can be in Camp Ashraf tomorrow at our own expense, by our own transportation.